Good afternoon, YouTube. Taman the Tamascan with you guys again today. Today we're going to do a things to know before you adopt a Tamascan video. So I just want to do a quick video for those searching for, a Tamascan, and if you really want to buy a Tamascan, what should you really look forward to? There's not a lot of sources out there. The TDR Register, of course, is a good web page to look for what's looking forward to Tamascans. But as far as YouTube goes, there's not a whole lot of information on what are things that you should be looking out for when you buy a Tamascan. Today, I'm going to throw up some footage of us walking at Palmer Park off-leash dog park area or off-leash hiking trail system in Colorado Springs, Colorado. If you'd like to see a review about that, go and throw it down in the comments if you'd like to see more off-leash dog areas that we have here in Colorado. So the first thing, when you're looking to adopt a Tamascan, be it as a puppy or maybe later in life, is what is the wolf content of the Tamascan? Tamascans, as TDR registered wolf dogs, or can be wolf dogs, you need to look at what is the wolf content of the dog that you're adopting or puppy you're adopting. It's almost all breeders do embark tests of at least the parents, so you can get an idea of what the wolf content percentage of the puppies is going to be. And of course, you can always request that your breeder do a embark test of your puppy before you get it. That way you have an idea of, is it going to have a strong wolf content or not. And Tamascans are only allowed to have a maximum of 30% wolf dog, which is considered a low content. But that can also change behaviors and how the dog reacts. And if you would like to learn more about how wolf dogs or wolf dog content can influence a Tamascan's behavior, feel free to check out some of my other videos. The next thing we will talk about is the energy level of a Tamascan. Tamascans are considered a high energy dog, and they very much are. That being said, with some exercise, they're pretty chill. Taylor here, of course, we've been pretty active this week, so she's pretty chilled or content to lay on the couch and not bother me all day. So, but it should be known that you should be willing to exercise your dog rigorously. I would say at no less than 3 times a week. If you're doing a regular walk, I would say 3 to 5 miles. Off the leash, you can probably get away with a little more because they'll go around exploring and do whatever else wherever if you have an off the leash area. Or a few hours of dog park time, high energy playing with other dogs, I think is good as well. And I'd say 3 times a week is probably a good minimum, but truthfully, you should try to do something with your dog every day. This is the type of dog that you really want to keep well exercised, because a well exercised Tamascan is a well behaved Tamascan. Taylor knows. Next is separation anxiety. Tamascans, especially being a wolf content breed, and they do have wolf within their last 5 generations, almost certainly between all of the TDR registered Tamascans there will be wolf in the ancestry. That means that more than likely your Tamascan is going to have separation anxiety. So really that comes down to, with any dog you can work through separation anxiety, but it requires extra training and extra time. And you will have to kennel a Tamascan if you were not home, more than likely. Tamascans, when they get bored or separation anxiety sets in, they can be destructive. They can get into things. They're very, very smart about opening doors and cabinets and other things, refrigerators even. So I would look to expect to have to kennel train a Tamascan, especially if you were on the higher side of the wolf content. You may have to really work with the dog or find a trainer to help you. So that's one thing I would definitely expect. Taylor here, she definitely has separation anxiety. Even to this day, she calms down pretty quickly after we leave in her kennel, but she still does howl when we leave a good majority of the time. And then she has a tendency to, when she was a puppy, more so than anything, she had a tendency to tear up her kennel. She would have accidents in her kennel, even for short trips. That anxiety would set in. She would have diarrhea real bad, and yeah, it was a rough period of time with separation anxiety with the Tamascan. And many of others that I've talked to have had similar results with their dog. It really comes down to the training and expectation of what comes with the Tamascan. Overall temperament of the Tamascan. So Tamascans, I've talked about in many of my other videos in much greater detail, so feel free to look through some of my other videos. But Tamascans as a whole are known to be fairly easygoing dogs. They're high energy, very playful, very fun. Oftentimes get along with children very well. And they become a part of your pack and your family very easily. And Taylor here is extremely lovable. She loves kids. She loves people, all in general, and you know, a lot of that comes from socialization at a young age with a puppy, but it also lends to the temperament and the breeding standards for Tamaskins. Taylor can be dominant over some things, and she's still very young, so we're working through some of that. So, but overall, they're great dogs. They're very fun, very loving, very, very, very good dogs. Tamaskins have an easygoing nature as well. Most of the time, Taylor is content with all other dogs. She likes to play. There are times she can be dominant or the occasional growl back, but never had any sort of aggression issues. But their overall temperament and what you can expect from a Tamaskin is a great combination of all of the things that they're bred with. So what is the average cost of a Tamaskin? Well, in the United States, I would say on average you should probably expect to pay right around $2,500 to $3,000 for a Tamaskin from a TDR registered breeder. And that's pretty common, and that price, really for a well-bred dog these days, that price is probably not too inflated even for a special breed, but it is certainly not cheap. And these are, Tamaskins are in the early stages of breeding. They're in the early stages of becoming their own breed. And because of that, and the standards that TDR has in place with only breeding a female every 12 months, they are very expensive, and there's not a lot of breeders in the United States. So that is why there's the price premium. Also, there's a lot of testing done with the breed right now for health and breed requirements, and that's a good thing. It's good to see TDR, I think, is really trying to keep the breed standard very healthy, and it's lent to, I think, a lot of the Tamaskins being absolutely wonderful dogs. When looking for a Tamaskin, the next thing you're really going to want to search for is the Tamaskin breeder TDR registered? There are Tamaskin breeders that are not TDR registered with the standard, and with those, it's a huge risk of what you're getting versus wolf content, no wolf content, are they testing for health standards, so on and so forth. But the main thing is when you're looking for a Tamaskin is to search for breeders that are TDR registered. And they hold that standard, and TDR's website has a list of breeders that are authorized with them, so you can check. So some breeders, especially a breeder to stay away from, the biggest one that comes to mind is BlueStagTamaskin.com. They are not TDR registered, and they are well known to be a puppy kennel. They have multiple different names, and they are a group of breeders that do not uphold the standards. They breed Tamaskins or have bred Tamaskins with anything, any of the other breeds, with no regard for health or safety. They also do not test the puppies for genetic abnormalities or problems like that. So they're definitely a breeder to stay away from. And there are others that you should definitely stay away from out there. TDR's main website has a list of some of the kennels that claim that they are Tamaskins, or they will claim that they are American Tamaskins. Those are not reputable, and oftentimes they are puppy mills. So you want to look out for that, and that's why I say that it's so important to make sure that the breeder that you're going with is TDR registered. So those are the primary things to start looking for when you're searching for Tamaskin. Of course, there are a lot of other things to consider in your life as a dog owner and looking for a Tamaskin as a whole, but this is a good place to start and start thinking about, do I want to adopt a Tamaskin? They're great dogs. They're lovable dogs. Taylor has been fantastic. From off-the-leash training to walking around in stores to getting her certified, as we're working towards getting her certified as a therapy dog. I'm very excited for the breed. We looked into adopting her sister Haven. It sadly didn't work out, but I look forward to someday having more than one Tamaskin. The more traffic I get on this channel, the more subscribers, the more I put into this content as to running my other channel. So I really am excited for this. I love going out with Taylor and shooting and doing videos about Tamaskins as best I can. If you have any comments or advice, feel free to throw in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.